Strength and dignity are her clothing, and she laughs. She laughs at the time to come. That's right, this week we're talking about the excellent wife once again. This is the fruit of her hands, Proverbs 31, 25 through 31. And we are looking at this excellent wife. An excellent wife who can find is the question. Now, we started looking at that last week, and this week we're going to continue through Proverbs 31 to the very end. So if King Lemuel was not to give his strength to women who would destroy him, well then, what kind of woman should he be with? Who should be his wife? Well, he should look for a woman who is excellent, virtuous, and strong. She would be hard to find, but she would be priceless to him. He needed to look for a helper fit for him. One would not be lazy, but a diligent worker. She'd be seeking to bring gain to her family and run the household well. Not only this, but her concerns should also extend to those poor and needy outside the family. The checklist to find a good wife would eliminate many potential mates. Who can find, indeed. Now, this instructional poem continues in verses 25 through 31. Here we'll find a summary of some of the points made through the specific examples that we found in verses 10 through 24. Now, ladies, should your husband expect you to be making your own purple clothes? No. But the principles taught through the specifics are timeless wisdom, God's wisdom. And so let's not cast these verses simply aside because they belong to a time and culture that we're not a part of. Right? Because that's the problem I see with a lot. Oh, that Proverbs 31 women. And, you have the feminists who look down upon that and who say, well, no woman could follow that. No woman should even try to do that because you can't do that. That's constricting. That's Old Testament. We live in the New Testament. And so as people back then had it easier to live. I mean, you have it much easier now to be more productive than they did then. It was harder to work back then. So, yeah, I mean, you hear men like this, oh, the Proverbs 31 woman, and they make little comments and stuff like that. Probably because their wife is not, following the biblical principles that are found here. And so then they just kind of cast it aside like, that's pie in the sky. That's something that's unattainable. But these things are attainable, right? Really, most of the things that are mentioned here are things that any Christian could do. This is not like, I mean, in Ephesians chapter 5, you had that idea of men are supposed to love their wives as Christ loved the church. Now that is not attainable for us, because of, the qualifications there. As Christ loved the church. Well, how can I do that? I can try to do that. I can attempt to do that. I can get closer and closer to that, but I will never truly attain that. That is an unattainable goal, but these things are attainable. So, and after all, we're supposed to do the work of gleaning the wisdom from these things and then applying it to our lives. That's the point of Proverbs. And after all scripture is profitable, right? If this is profitable for us, then we shouldn't throw it into the bin of yesteryear. That's from yesterday. I need some stuff for today. Well, that's the problem, right? You can't do that. So, now, in our passage this week, we will find a reminder of what we've learned already about the character of this excellent wife. Then we will hear what the consequences are when a woman is of this character. And we'll learn what the source of the excellent wife's character is. Where does she get this excellent character from? And that's what we're going to be looking at this week. So come back tomorrow and we'll begin our study.